Hello everyone and welcome to the online session of subject Computer Science 2. In today's session, we will discuss about generic microprocessor and 8085 microprocessor. Generic microprocessor gives an idea of architecture of a general microprocessor. It is a general model showing essential blocks in a microprocessor. To learn 8085, this model of generic microprocessor will be helpful. Here you can see block diagram of generic microprocessor. In this block diagram, you can see various blocks. This is arithmetic logic unit. It is 8-bit unit where arithmetic and logical operations are carried out. After performing the operation, it sets or resets the flags according to the result. Here you can see accumulator. Accumulator is 8-bit register. It is used to store result of arithmetic and logical operations. Here you can see status register. It is set of flip-flops. This is also called as flag register. Microprocessor has two flags, carry flag and zero flag. Temporary register is used to store the data temporarily. Now we will see function of program counter. Program counter is 16-bit register containing the address of next executable instruction. It can be incremented or reset by the control section. Now we will see stack pointer. It is 16-bit register consisting of address of memory location called stack. Stack is read-write memory used for temporary storage. This is instruction register. This is 8-bit register. The first byte of an instruction is stored in the register. This is instruction decoder. This interprets the content of instruction register and determines exact steps to be followed in executing the entire instruction. It directs the control section accordingly. This is timing and control unit. This section receives the signals from the instruction decoder to determine the nature of instruction to be executed. Timing and control signals are sent to all parts of microprocessor. Then you can see address bus, data bus. The address bus is a group of 16 lines generally identified as A0 to A15. It is unidirectional bus, that is bits flow in one direction from microprocessor unit to peripheral devices. Data bus is a group of 8 bits used to data flow. It is a bidirectional bus. That means data flows in both directions from microprocessor unit to memory and peripheral devices. So you can see bus buffer and latches here. Latch is a flip-flop used to store one bit of information. Information is stored into the latch by enabling the buffer. Here you can see data/address register. The data/address register is a two 8-bit registers that can be used separately or as a combined pair. They are labeled as H and L. Data is stored in these registers. When used in pair, 16-bit address can also be stored. Control bus is also used here. Control bus carries signal to execute operation. Interrupt control is also there. Interrupt is an essential process in microprocessor. It executes certain steps when interrupt occurs. Whole system is synchronized with clock. The speed of the system depends on the clock frequency. Plus 5 volt power supply is given to the system. It is necessary to operate the system. So this is all about generic microprocessor. Now we will see microprocessor 8085. 8085 is 8-bit microprocessor suitable for a wide range of applications, and it is ideal microprocessor to study because its basic architecture is used in more advanced microprocessors. The Intel's microprocessor 8085 chip has selected to understand hardware of common microprocessor and to illustrate the assembly language program. Here you can see various features of microprocessor. Intel 8085 is 8-bit microprocessor. 8085 chip is available in 40-pin plastic ceramic DIP package. It has 16-bit address bus, that means it can address a physical memory of 64 KB. Address bus is divided into two groups. The least significant 8 bits of address are transmitted on same 8 lines of the data bus. It is called data/address bus. It is known as multiplexed bus. Most significant bits of address are transmitted on address bus. Next picture is to select external memory or input-output devices. Microprocessor 8085 uses input-output mapped input-output system. To communicate with external devices, microprocessor uses interrupt method. The microprocessor requires plus 5 volt power supply and can operate with 3 MHz single phase clock. This is pin diagram of 8085 microprocessor. This is 40 pin IC. Now we will see function of each pin. The pins of 8085 microprocessor can be classified into 7 groups. First, we will see address bus. A8 to A15 carry the most significant 8 bits of memory/input-output address. Then you can see data bus. AD0 to AD7 carry the least significant 8-bit address and data bus. So here you can see AD0 to AD7. These are the pins, and A8 to A15. So A8 to A15 pins carry the most significant 8 bits of address, and AD0 to AD7 carry the least significant 8-bit address and data. Now we will see control and status signal. These signals are used to identify the nature of operation. There are 3 control signals and 3 status signals. 3 control signals are read bar, write bar and ALE. So here you can see read bar, write bar and ALE. Read bar. This signal indicates that the selected input-output or memory device is to be read and is ready for accepting data available on the data bus. This is write bar. This signal indicates that the data on the data bus is to be written into a selected memory or input-output location. And ALE pin, it is a positive going pulse generated when a new operation is started by the microprocessor. When the pulse goes high, it indicates address. When the pulse goes down, it indicates data. 3 status signals are there: IO/M bar, S0 and S1. So here you can see S0, S1 and IO/M bar. So we will first see IO/M bar. This signal is used to differentiate between input-output and memory operations. That is, when it is high, indicates input-output operation, and when it is low, then it indicates memory operation. So in this table you can see when this is low, that means 0, then memory write and memory read operation will be carried out, and when this is high, then input-output operations will be carried out. Then we will see S0 and S1. These signals are used to identify the type of current operation. Here you can see that when they are 0, 1, write operation will be carried out, and when they are 1, 0, then read operation will be carried out. Then we will see power supply pins. So there are two power supply signals, VCC and VSS. VCC indicates plus 5 volt power supply and VSS indicates ground signal. So here you can see pin number 40, it is VCC, and pin number 20 is VSS. Now we will see clock signal pins. There are 3 pins, X1, X2 and clock out. This is clock out. So X1, X2, a crystal is connected at these 2 pins and is used to set frequency of the internal clock generator. This frequency is internally divided by 2. And clock out pin, so this signal is used as the system clock for devices connected with the microprocessor. We will stop here. Thank you so much.